Good evening, I'm from Essex. Would like some musical matches?
What time is it? Put it on Boogaloo Radio, man. Yo, it's time for the Shaw Dancefloor Troubadour. Hey, this is Henry Shaw, aka the Dancefloor Troubadour, and we are here on Boogaloo Radio. And this week's guest is Joe T. Johnson. He is a great singer-songwriter coming out of Bristol town. How you doing, Joe? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Not too bad.
In these the new normal, the weird lockdown 3.0.
It's crazy times. It's all digital, virtual nowadays.
I know, we should be sat in a pub at the Boogaloo with a beer between, well, not between us, but we should have a beer each, and we should be able to be having a proper chat, like civilized.
That would be the absolute dream. One day.
I hope you're satisfied, Steve Jobs. Jesus. How's your lockdown been, man?
Lockdown's been alright, actually. It's been just been kind of writing lots of songs and chilling out really. Yeah, it's been alright. Washing my hands a lot.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus. So,
it's been alright.
Some moisturizer on these. What are you in Bristol at the moment? Are you in Bristol at the moment?
Yeah, in Bristol at the moment. So just hanging around Bristol. I live in Stokes Croft, so yeah, it's pretty quiet at the moment. So yeah, pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start at the beginning, I suppose. When did you start getting into music? Was it something that your parents were into? I mean, what was the sort of early influences and stuff like that?
Yeah, without a doubt. I always loved the Beatles, Rolling Stones, things like that. Just like loved the haircuts of the Beatles and stuff. My dad had a huge record collection, so I was always dipping in and out of that. It started when I was about 16, really, and I picked up the guitar, started playing then. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You were 16 when you started. I suppose, it's sort of young, but it's not that young.
Yeah, a lot of people say a late comer to it, and yeah, I guess I was. Most people I speak to started playing when they were like 10, 12 years old. So yeah, I'm still learning. Yeah,
I got my first guitar when I was pretty young, to be fair. There was sort of always one knocking around. My dad had one, and then I think I got bought one pretty young. But what was the setup? Did you just ask for a guitar, or did you was it a present, or what happened?
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. My dad just bought a really cheap guitar and put it in the corner of the room. Didn't say anything, and just picked it up and just kept going. So yeah.
Oh, nice. What were some of the first songs you learned?
Our first song was Twist and Shout. It's like 3 chords. And that was that. It took me ages to get my head around that because it's proper chords, so it's quite tricky. But
yeah, mate. The Beatles still baffles me. I mean, I love them. I was actually learning, bizarrely, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band literally about 3 hours ago.
Wow, that's a good one to learn, isn't it?
Yeah. That little lick of George Harrison, man, you can't beat him.
It's absolute winner, can't beat it.
Oh, amazing. Do your parents play any instruments or anything like that?
Nah, I don't have any musical family, nothing at all. So I'm the only one, the black sheep of the family, I guess.
Wow! So you are literally the protege. That's it.
That's it.
That is it. Right, I had to look up. So you got a band. I didn't realize. I thought you were a complete solo Joe, but you actually have a band as well. I mean, you're doing the solo thing now, but you got a band.
Got a band, yeah, called Hush Mosey, and it's like a punky ska band from Bristol. 5 of us, 5-piece band, so it's quite a big thing. But been going for like 3 or 4 years, and yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Where did you guys all meet in Bristol?
Yeah, we all met. We were all just hanging around house parties and just drinking a lot, and we just all bumped into each other and thought yeah, let's form a band. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
The
yeah.
guitars get pulled out. You realise, wait a minute, he knows the other part of the Beatles tune or the Stones tune. You're like, it starts to find its way out.
Yeah, and then the trombone came out and it went mental.
You don't actually have a trombone player, do you?
We've got a trombone player, yeah. It's called
right.
Trombone John. Yeah.
Trombone John.
Yeah, that's its name. It's just
Nice.
that's what he's called.
Is that what the ladies call him?
He wishes, you know.
Yeah. He's yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't realise you actually had a trombone player. I mean, I listened to a couple of the tunes, so yeah, they're cool.
I mean, like, yeah, it's pretty weird for like a punky band to have a trombone player, but weirdly it works quite well. So it's the only band I've seen doing it with that style. So yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah, totally. Right. Okay, that seems like a pretty good point for us to dive in and play a little bit of Hush Mosley. This is a place for them.
Is a place for them. I've always got a packet full of cigarettes, a heart of gold but a mind of regret, drugged up tales of fooling, 'cause this is a land of gloom. If she wants me here, I will be around soon, and I'm sure this moon controls my moods, 'cause everything I do feels wrong.
That was Hush Mosley, a place for them. And as if by magic, their lead singer, Joe T. Johnson, he is here sort of virtually on Zoom with me. Scary, I like it, man. It's cool, that one.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Bit of the Clash in there and a bit of punky in that.
Oh, yeah, man. I love the Clash. One of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Love them to bits.
You always wonder what Joe Strummer would be thinking right now about the lockdown and stuff like that. Just like, oh, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Love to have a chat with him.
Yeah, totally. I once bumped into Mick Jones in the street when I was in London.
No way, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have a dog and a pint of Guinness?
No, I'll tell you what he did have, though. He had, and apparently lots of people always say this, he had a load of, they were like, I think it was British Home Stores, like bags, and like Sainsbury's carrier bags.
It's weird. Most people say he always has a little carrier bag.
Oh, he does so. I swear to God. I spoke to somebody else, like, yeah, he had a carrier bag when I saw him. But yeah, he had like a boot on, and I was on Old Compton Street in Soho in London, and he yeah, it was really bizarre. I was like staring into this little off license thinking, oh, I'm really thirsty, going to get myself some sparkling water. And I was sort of peering in, and then I sort of turned back round and Mick Jones was just there. And I was just like, Mick. And he's like, all right. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I've met you. And the weird thing was I'd literally just come from this punk exhibition at the British Library, and I bought some Clash postcards. So yeah, so I was just like, wow, it's so nice to meet you, mate. And like, I was like, oh, check these out. I've just come from here, and showed him the postcards, and like was talking to him all about this. And I was like, oh, I bet you recognize this guy. And, you know, showed him a picture of Joe, and yeah, it was unbelievable.
God, that's incredible, isn't it? That is amazing.
Well, I was pretty, I was pretty starstruck. And funnily enough, I was listening to Louis Theroux, who's doing a podcast at the moment. And he said his biggest regret, or one of them, is that he'd seen Mick Jones somewhere. It's out on the street or at a party, probably with plastic bags. He said, and a dog and a pint of Guinness. And he said, I really regret not saying hello. But yeah, so I did it.
Yeah. It's a tricky one. Like, what do you say to him, you know?
Yeah.
So, say, how's it going, I guess? And,
yeah. How you doing, Mick? Yeah, I think I just asked him what he's up to, and just, yeah, you know, just said, I think I was pretty honest. I said, mate, you know, I really, you know, your music meant, or does mean so much to me. You know, you're a legend. And he was just like, he was really graceful, really nice guy.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, fantastic. I've always thought if I was stuck in the lift, Bob Dylan or something, what would you say? You know?
Yeah. What floor are you on?
Yeah, what are you up to, Bob?
Yeah, what's happening, Bob? Yeah, Bob. He's. I love Bob. He's. Does anyone know what Bob Dylan's actually like? I always think that. Like, I bet who even knows who is Bob Dylan?
No, it's a prodigy, isn't he? Like, you know.
Yeah,
he's probably pretty chilled out now.
One would have thought so, yeah. As with all of my guests, I get them to throw over a couple of tunes. And the first one, man, is an absolute beast. Molchat Doma. This is wild. This is a band I'd had no... Apparently it means houses are silent. And they're from Minsk in Belize. Where did you find out about these guys?
Amazing. Yeah, my girlfriend just showed me them. And yeah, we were just having a few drinks, and it came on, and it was just, I just thought it was the most mad tune. The soundscape of the whole song just blew my head off. So yeah, it's become one of my favorite tunes now. So
yeah, I'd never heard of them before, but instantly I was just like, nah, this is sick. And it kind of, because I was a bit like, whoa, this is the first tune that you sent over. I was like, fuck, this is gonna be out there. And then when I listened to it, I was like, nah, this is really sick. And yeah, it kind of, it's got that sort of Joy Division, kind of a New Order, bit of the Cure sort of vibe.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that's why I liked it so much, because it's a bit different to what I normally listen to, but I think it's just such a weird sound and so cool. So yeah, I want people to hear it, you know, it's cool.
Right, that is exactly what we are going to do for the first time. Wrap your ears around this. This is Molchat Doma, Sudno. Okay, that was from 2018 and off the album Flaws. I mean, the Wikipedia has told me it's called Flaws, because this band, I mean, I don't know, is there anybody out there who is from Belize that can actually help us with that one?
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a...
Sorry, we cut out there, but...
Okay, did it work? Did it cut out? Is that any better?
Yeah, that's getting there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll try and jump out of that again.
Sweet. We had a good run then.
I know, we were doing so well.
Okay. I know, we're back. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, I'll just jump out of, let's see. So where you didn't grow up in Bristol, did you?
I didn't know. I actually grew up in a little fishing town in Cornwall called St. Ives.
Yeah, I know it. I know St. Ives. I've been down to Cornwall. It's one of Mum's favourite places. So I've been down to Cornwall quite a lot.
Yeah. It's an interesting place. It feels like a different country.
Yeah, totally. Like a lot of people wish it was down there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And like it was like, yeah, in the 90s and stuff, it was quite different. It's full of just fishermen,
really,
and bars, pubs and stuff. So it's a bit different now, but yeah, it's a really cool place.
When did you leave there?
I left there when I was 17. Just I can't remember the date, but yeah, I moved to Bristol.
I remember the date. Oh, come on, Joe, you got to give us a date.
But yeah, straight out. I couldn't wait to leave, to be honest, and just see what's going on. So,
yeah, because I suppose down there wasn't. I mean, they started doing. Let me think. There's the Eden Project. They started doing gigs there, and I suppose there's no venues down that way in Cornwall, is there?
There's nothing at all, really. It's more for like painters and artists, really. It's a good scene for that. Like you have Barbara Hepworth, who made sculptures and things, but yeah, for music, dead.
Yeah. Were you able to play anything when you were down there?
Bits and bobs, yeah. There's like one club like in town, and like everyone used to go there every weekend. So yeah, it was a little scene. It was pretty cool, but not big enough. Yeah, pretty good.
Well, did you go to any gigs when you were growing up at all of sort of any big bands?
I went to see Oasis actually when I was about 15 and 14, and it was their second to last gig. So that was
where was that?
That was in Cardiff.
Oh right, yeah.
Massive thing. I remember driving up and you see like cars full of people with like Oasis flags and stuff. So
was that your first gig?
First proper big gig, yeah.
Wow.
But I'm like, yeah, I thought it was just really funny. Like it's a present someone got for me. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
Man, that sounds like a good friend.
Yeah, very good friend. Very good friend. We went with that friend. I saw Bob Dylan as well. So it was
nice.
We've been, it's been good times.
How did you find seeing Bob Dylan? Did you enjoy it?
Bob Dylan, it was all right. I was really drunk by the time I got there. So I was like nodding off at the front a bit.
Oh no.
It was really good. Yeah, it's great to see him in person. And
that's what I always feel like that. It's but it's kind of different, isn't it?
Yeah, it was all seated as well. So everyone was sat down like a cinema or something, and it was proper old school. Yeah, it's proper cool.
Where was that at?
That was in Wales again, actually. I think that was the Millennium Stadium, I believe.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think it was, but it was pretty good actually.
Yeah, Bob Dylan, man. See, it always comes back to Bob. He's just like the godfather of it all, man. He's kind of still the complete. Yeah. Nobody knows what he's like. That's what I said earlier. It's like people sort of think, David Bowie and stuff like that. It's just a real enigma. Whereas Dylan is still that. Nobody, Paul McCartney, you kind of have an idea what he's like, but like. I suppose Ray Davies a little bit. Apparently, Ray Davies is supposed to just be really grumpy, though.
Oh yeah, he's really grumpy, and Ray Davies. You look at Dave Davies. It's his brother, isn't it? He's in the band as well. Yeah, it's funny. But Ray Davies got all the money, didn't he? So
yeah. Speaking of the Kinks, I've actually got a little bit of them for the playlist. So coming up now is the Kinks with Village Green.
There we go.
Right, let me just check that out. That was from 1960. I'm not too sure what year it was, but it's definitely one hell of a year. That was the Kinks with Village Green. I love that one. It's got the, I guess it's just an album track. I know that you're a big fan of that record as well.
Yeah. I love it. I love like how it just talks about mundane English things like strawberry jam and baked beans and English, so yeah, I love it. I think I love that record. It's bits. Yeah, it's funny.
He's unbelievable. Ray Davies, man. He's definitely just, he kind of created his own thing. Without them, you'd have none of the Streets. You'd have none of the Libertines. Like you'd have none of the Jam. Like he really was the first guy to just sing about, as you said, the mundanity of just England, of just what everyday people will people live in. Sorry.
Exactly, yeah, and he did it so well, he's just really honest, acoustic guitar, nice and simple songs, and it's just, I think it's incredible, really.
Yeah. I saw, actually, let me think, I saw Ray Davies, actually, it was at a festival, and I think what happened was, fair play to him, I liked it because he came on, and for whatever, the running order was all messed up, and they tried to cut his set short. But he was shouting at the stage manager, like, listen, some people might have come just to see me, so I'm going to play for the full hour. I don't care if it ruins your festival set. It was, but yeah, I liked it. But I thought about that because I was like, it's Ray Davies, man. He should definitely be able to play for his full set.
Yeah, without a doubt, it'd be a bit mean to cut him short, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know. He's only got so many gigs left.
I feel sorry for his brother in the band because obviously Ray Davies got all the money, and Dave, on interviews, you see him sat in a pub looking all sad.
Yeah, it's
crying.
I went to see my girlfriend a couple of years ago. At the time, she bought me. We went to see the Kinks musical. I live in Brighton, and
cool.
It was great, man, because it told the whole story of the Kinks, and it just. I didn't really know all of the stuff and how they got messed up in America, so that even though they were sort of big in the States, they weren't as big as they'd hoped. And they were sort of, I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was a whole legal thing of them not being able to go to the States. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's because I think it was Ray Davies punched someone as he got off the plane. So instantly they were like, well, you're not going to come to America. Like,
yeah, that sounds about right. He's great songwriter.
Yeah. Class. Love it.
Okay, right. We got another tune that you have picked. If you guys have just joined us, I am here with Joe T. Johnson, a great singer-songwriter from Bristol, and he has picked a tune by We the People. I'd never heard of these guys. They're from the 60s, but you'd have put money on that they were from England as well, but I looked into it, and they're from Florida.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I guess they got that 60s surf rocky vibe, haven't they? And it's just pretty easy going. I can imagine them chilling out on Florida beaches playing that guitar riff.
It sounds like the godfather of old guitar, Dick Dale, obviously Ms. Lou. It's got that similar sort of vibe, isn't it? It
does, yeah. Dick Dale, he did the Tarantino Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, wicked. Yeah, definitely got that vibe. Great song as well. Love it.
Right, let's stick this one on. This is We the People with their tune In the Past. From 1966, what a year. And from Orlando, bizarrely, home of Mickey Mouse and, Donald Trump, apparently. That's where he lives now. He's moved down to Florida. Watch your back. Hopefully the Gators will get him. That was We the People in the Past. How did you find out about that band? Because that's they're pretty unknown, really, aren't they?
Yeah, it's weird, actually. Every now and again, I just go to a charity shop, buy a handful of singles, handful of records for really cheap, and that was one of them. It was on a compilation album, 60s garage rock. So for me, it just stood out loads, and I love that song now. So yeah, I love the guitar riff, really vintage, really 60s and jangly.
Yeah.
So
that sounds like a pretty sick setup. I've not really thought to do that. I guess I have shitloads of vinyl, but I don't buy as many 7-inches anymore. But I think that's a good way of finding things. You probably might find something that's worth thousands. You'll have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's just funny just grab a handful and just for a few quid, you find some, get home, it's just really funny putting them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good fun.
You either get a good vinyl or you get a good frisbee out of it. It's one of the two.
Exactly that. Yeah. Throwing them out the window.
Yeah. What else have we got? We got a little bit of the Rolling Stones, man. The Stones. Where would we be without the Stones?
Where would we be? Who knows? We'd be living in a saturated world, maybe.
Oh God, I don't know if it could be much worse than right now. Lockdown 3.0.
I know it couldn't get much worse, really. Or maybe it could.
I wonder whether those guys have got their vaccines yet.
Yeah, I probably have. Yeah, I'm sure Keith Richards has had a few vaccines in his time.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's probably immune.
Yeah, that's it.
Already. You went full blues on this one. This is a little bit of a weird one. Not many. Well, it isn't. It's really well known, but it's kind of a bit more left field. Little Red Rooster.
That's right. It was the time where the guitarist Brian Jones was in the band, and he was like the Stones were like a small blues band, and when he was in the band, it was really good, and it was just old school blues songs, like club music, R&B. So yeah, this is one of my favorites they did. I think it's a cover by Howlin' Wolf.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like I used to love the Stones when Brian Jones was in it, that 60s period. Yeah, love it. Absolutely great song.
Right, let's stick it on. This is the Rolling Stones from, God knows, again, it's the 60s, baby. This is Little Red Rooster. Released in 1964, and it stayed at #1 for 1 week, and
Wow.
it was only the only blues song to get to #1 in the UK. That was the Rolling Stones' Little Red Rooster.
Wow.
I can't believe how like it still sounds so crisp, that song. It's obviously old, but it's still, you can really hear the double bass on it. You can just hear, and the cymbals, it just still sounds amazing.
I know, it sounds great.
Yeah, as you said, Brian Jones, it was totally his he was the real blues guy, wasn't he?
He was the Rolling Stones in my eyes, you know. And he was playing just slide guitar, and you know, that band was under his direction. So I think if it wasn't for Brian Jones, Mick Jagger would be an accountant or something, you know.
Yeah, he's got that vibe, hasn't he? God knows where Keith would be, but he'd probably be a pirate. I mean,
without a doubt.
With the whole lockdown thing, me and my lady, we just go for drives, because I mean there is fuck all else to do. This could go for drives, and we went out to the house where Brian Jones lived and died. We went to walk past it. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. I'd love to
peek over the fence and try and have a look.
Yeah, look at the swimming pool. Like.
Yeah. Apparently they sold the tiles from that, which is somewhat dark.
What? That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
I kind of want one, but it's still dark.
Yeah, it is.
So,
wow, that is crazy. That is crazy.
If any of our listeners out there, if you've got any of the Brian Jones tiles, not towels, tiles, feel free to send them in to me, Henry Shaw, or Joe. Joe will have one too.
I'll have them.
We'll split it.
Yeah, still.
And also a little bit of trivia, because you know we aren't just playing music on the show. I give you guys a little bit of trivia. Old A.A. Milne, was it A.A. Milne? Yeah, it was. Winnie the Pooh. That was it, of course, because it's next to Ashdown Forest or Thousand Acre Woods or whatever. I don't know. I'm not too hot on the Winnie the Pooh trivia. He lived in the house before Brian Jones.
Wow, that's incredible. And Brian Jones. Yeah, Brian Jones was a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh as well.
It's actually true.
It's deadly true, yeah.
That's what the body of his Vox teardrop was actually. He thought it looked like Winnie the Pooh's body.
yeah, bit of a conspiracy for him in here.
Yeah. Looking into that tune, that was actually, it was Regent Street Studios, the Rolling Stones' Little Red Rooster. That was done in Denmark Street in London, which is obviously where all of the guitar stores are and everything, hopefully for the time being. I mean, Jesus, I think people are still buying instruments online, but I mean, those shops probably haven't been open for ages.
Oh no, yeah. It just reminds me of, like, I went to Glastonbury like not long ago, just to have a walk around, and like they've got loads of witchcraft shops there, but they're all closing down now. There's like nothing left, you know.
Oh man,
so,
that sucks.
Yeah.
Witchcraft, it's not doing the best it should do during the lockdown.
You need to cast a few more money-making spells, you know.
Yeah, it was going to go one way or the other. People were either going to be fully on board with the witchcraft, or they were just going to fuck it off.
Yeah, no. I think since Harry Potter, it's only gone up.
Yeah. Speaking of Glastonbury, you played Glastonbury. That's amazing.
Yeah, I played it twice now. I did 2018, or was it 2017, 2019. Did 3 sets over the weekend. Yeah, it was pretty special actually. Yeah,
was that you solo? Or was it with the band?
That was solo. Yeah, that was just me. And then I managed to get the bass player of the band in, got him a free ticket, and he jumped on my set and played some songs as well. So yeah, it's pretty good.
What stage did you play?
It's called the Saxon stage, and it was just like around the corner from the pyramid. It's about 5 minutes walk, and yeah, it's just like an up and coming stage, and yeah, it's pretty good. Like, very lucky to be there.
Yeah, oh man, I miss Glastonbury. I mean, I've only been twice, which some people haven't been at all. But yeah, it was incredible. Such a great festival. Who was there that year? Was it in 2019? I might have been that year.
19. It was.
Who was the headline?
The Cure
Oh, was it the
head-
Arctic? No, the Arctic Monkeys.
Nah, it was
the first year.
Yeah, so we had the Cure on the last day.
Saturday. Yeah, it was on the Saturday with the Cure. Yeah.
But the year I went, I think it's 2017 or 2018. Radiohead were headlining.
Oh, really?
So that was amazing. Yeah, that was quite something. I remember they were just tuning up their guitars, and the crowd thought it was a song, so everyone was going, "Yes, come on!" They're like, "Oh, we're just sound checking." Like,
yeah. I think, wait a minute, is this a new tune? Is this a
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kid A Part 2, like.
Yeah. The B-side nobody knew about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But,
that was your first Glastonbury, the first one you went to, you actually played?
First one, yeah. It was a really good one. Yeah, it was quite special. It was quite overwhelming because I've never been to a festival like that before. So it's just like massive, and it's just like, amazing.
Yeah, it isn't like any other festival, man. I always think about that. It's just it is just something else, obviously, and the music's it's a big thing, but it's kind of secondary. There's just a whole vibe there, and just walking around, you kind of are getting enough entertainment.
Oh yeah, it's mad, isn't it? You won't be bored at all, and there's always new things to see, like every angle. Yeah,
absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely right. If you guys have just joined us, I am here with Joe T. Johnson, a singer-songwriter from Bristol, and last week you actually released the video for a new tune we are about to play. Let's stick it on. This is Friends.
I'll be your friend until the end. No regrets, I won't forget. Whenever we're apart, we're talking on the phone. Start to feel down, smoke until we're stoned. Give each other space, share some lemonade. Together in the sun, together in the shade. I'll be your friend, waiting at the end. No regrets, I won't forget.
The new single, check out the video online. That was Joe T. Johnson, and he is here in the studio, well, kind of, with me. How you doing, Joe? Friends, check that one out. That's a wild video. When did you shoot that?
New video, did it like a few months just before the second lockdown, just in that sweet gap before it kicked in again.
Nice.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend dressed up as grandmas and took a trip to the beach.
Nice. That's what me and my girlfriend do all the time.
Yeah, it's good fun. Got some funny looks. So it was,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Who came up with the idea for that?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend's idea. She she's a designer and like makes fashion and stuff. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, she came up with the whole idea, did all the outfits, and Justine Vio.
Yeah. Check her out. That's it's a good video, man. I liked it. I like the ironing on the beach. Very good.
Yeah, that's it.
What beach did you do it at?
It was Western Supermare, it's called. So it's in Bristol.
Yeah.
It was the same place that Banksy did. Is Dismalland. I don't know if you remember
I
that.
remember that.
And it's just like quite a rundown gothic seaside town, and it's just like stereotypically British, really, and quite funny.
Yeah, I've never been to that, but I'd heard it. I remember I did want to go to that Banksy exhibition or the sort of fairground. It always looked pretty cool.
Looked good, didn't it? Yeah. It's quite a different thing to do, wasn't it, for an artist? Right? So.
Yeah, cool. So when that was the single you literally just released, right?
Yep. So that was it just came out, and the artwork. If anyone sees the artwork, it was done by a guy called Rob Bremner, who's a famous British photographer. He just goes through lots of archive photos and gets loads of vintage pictures of England. Which he did the cover for my EP, which is that one there. Yeah,
they're really sick. The covers are really cool. I wondered what that was. I wasn't sure whether it was like just an old family photo or something like that.
Yeah,
that you sort of, I don't know, that, it's like your aunt and uncle or something in the 70s.
A lot of people say that, so you related to them, but no, sadly not.
With their quick save bag.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's old school, isn't it? Yeah. English Elegance. It's the name of the EP as well. So this EP is coming out in March. So it's my debut EP. It's called English Elegance. Bit of irony there. But yeah, it's coming out in rough trade in March, April. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Amazing. Wow. What date? March the.
I think the 21st for now, but it might be push it back if the lockdown's still going on.
Yeah, of course. Is that going to be on CD? Is it going to be on vinyl? What's the deal?
It's going to be on CD, but I'm speaking with a few labels at the moment to try and get some vinyls pressed. So I'm just trying to stay hopeful.
Yeah, no, that'd be amazing. I mean, how many tracks is it?
It's only a 4-track EP. But yeah, all those 4 tracks are pretty good. You've got English Elegance on there. My first debut release was £10.
Yeah. We opened the show with that one.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. So it's got that on there too. So it's got a few good tracks on there. I'm really, really proud of it. Just a whole piece of work and what it means,
When were you recording all of these tunes? Was it last year or was it the year before? What was the deal?
It was last year towards like after summer, that winter period. I just smashed it out and did it quite quickly. It was produced by a guy called Lewis Bradshaw, who does loads of Bristol bands, loads of up and coming bands. And then I sent it to a guy called Pete Mayer, who mastered all the Rolling Stones and Jack White and Liam Gallagher's new album.
No way.
He said he loved it, and so he did the master finish on it and put the whole record through like vintage 1960s equipment, so it gives it like a nice vintage polish to it. So,
that sort of warmth that you get with all of the analog stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's come out exactly the way I wanted it. So yeah, I'm really excited to release this record, really. Yeah.
That sounds really good, because it's always a tough one, because you have all of these ideas, especially when you're creating music, that you have the idea of how you want it to sound and you're really just going on your instincts, and sometimes the sort of finished product doesn't always quite get to how you envisioned it. But so that's amazing that you actually were able to be really happy with the finished product. That's
right. I'm incredibly happy. It fit my imagination exactly the way I wanted it, so very happy. And on to the next.
Oh yeah, what is coming up next? What else you got going down?
So I'm going to drop one more single, and then after that it's going to be the release of a debut album, which should be out end of this year. But I think I'm going to hold off until I get assigned to a record label to release it.
Yeah,
because it's just I need it to reach a lot of people, really. So I need a bit of support. So
yeah. Well,
so
hopefully
I'm gonna hold on to the label.
some of the right ears are going to hear this. I mean, I'm absolutely loving your tunes. Right, let's stick on English Elegance. What a song.
Sober, or are you climbing to the top of this world without me? I saw a photograph and it made me laugh. Did you lick up the cream? The evidence is on your lips. Shake the hand a leopard print sleeve. She said, I admire the sleeves. Getting lost in the thick of it, I feel the walls closing in. Someone just slammed the door. A beautiful day, in a beautiful days, I'm changing my mind. Take walks in the park, let's lie in the shade, she's changing my ways. English elegance mixed with the scum life. 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 La 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 la
That was English Elegance by Joe T. Johnson. He is here virtually with me. What a great song, man. I love that. You can totally hear the sort of Kinksy vibe on that.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, inspired by like those 60s kind of tunes, like, yeah, the Kinks, the Beatles and stuff. And yeah, it was a song I used to play with my mates, just with acoustic guitars. One of my mates, Jack Holland, who helped me write it as well. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah,
Really
I love
proud.
there's some really cool chord progressions in that one.
Yeah, very 60s, and like, yeah, I tried to make it sound like it's from the 60s with like a modern kick to it. So,
yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
You've got yourself a very beautiful guitar. I noticed you got yourself a Gibson J45, right?
Oh yes, can you see it here?
We're gonna go full nerd here, by the way, people, but that's all right. For people that don't know, if this is the workhorse, a Gibson J45 is, well, it's known as the workhorse. Pretty much any artist that plays guitar, it's kind of the dream, the beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
Where did you get that one, Joe?
I love this one. It took me ages to save up for it, but
I imagine.
Yeah. So a lot of busking, a lot of gigging and that. But yeah, this is a good all-round guitar, really. It's really nice, thick and warm, and I use it on all of my songs, all of the bulk of the songs, and for my live performances as well. But yeah, it's got a bit of a shorter neck as well, so it's
okay.
nice and easy to do.
Where did you pick that up at?
I got this one in just like a record store in guitar shop in Cornwall. It's just like standing on the wall, and it was just like
Nice.
yeah, just went towards it and just was just like that's the one. Isn't it?
Oh, that's cool. So that's good. I like that you got it from Cornwall as well. So you're representing where you're from.
That's it, and this guitar's come with me. It's a bit battered at the moment, but it's quite nice having an old battered Gibson, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. It gives it
beat it.
character, and at least you know it's yours.
Yeah, that's right. There's lots of chips and dings. But
beauty
it's
spots.
quite, yeah, lovely. It's a 1995 one, I believe.
Oh
So
wow!
it's the
Okay.
Same year I was born as well. So.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
And yeah, apparently I've heard if you ever want to know a true Gibson, you smell inside, and the wood is just like really sweet. So.
Oh, okay. How's it smell? It doesn't smell
nice.
old socks.
Yeah.
I think we got ourselves a phony here. I want my money back. Yeah, I was reading or watching a video, and I think they called something like the Gibson Flying Ladies, and there was a period where Gibsons were made by these women that basically it's during the Second or First World War, one of the world wars, but they kept the Gibson factory open, and a load of these women, it got taken over. Loads of women were making them, and they've got the sort of little it's like a scroll, and it says a Gibson Flying Ladies on it, and it's just amazing.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah,
look into it, man. I think it's Kalamazoo. I think they're made. I think that's where it was, something like that. I don't know, where was it? It's check it out, Gibsons. For any of our guitar nerds out there. We're going to go pretty far away from guitar, and we're going to play another tune that Joe sent over. Sleaford Mods, man, McFlurry.
Yeah, can't beat it. Yeah, I love that song. I mean, the second Sleaford Mods came out, I feel like they kind of like changed the game a bit. It was just raw lyrics and just like good energy, and like they've been going for a long time, so they deserve it, So
absolutely, yeah. I actually saw them supporting the Libertines at the O2, believe it or not.
What, the Libertines did they? Wow.
Yeah. It was mad because obviously it's just them two, and the dude's got his laptop. I think he just had it on beer crates, and they're like in the O2. It's insane.
Yeah. It's so easily done for the crew, the sound crew. Just
I know.
Isn't it?
If they literally get some big tours in, that's it. They're going to make so much money. They don't have to pay any crew or anything.
Yeah. they're lucky, really, aren't they?
Yeah, and I just remember the sub bass.
Great, yeah, I love them.
The sub bass just flying through the O2, making it basically.
Yeah.
We're back.
I remember I saw Sleaford Mods at the O2 as well.
Really?
And,
their own
it was
show?
just really funny. I saw them. Yeah, their own show. Yeah, own show in Bristol, and it was really funny seeing the mosh pit because it was just bold blokes, and yeah, it was just really funny.
Amazing.
Really good gig though. Loved it.
Yeah. Right, let's stick it on. This is the Sleaford Mods. Oh, we all right?
So,
right, let's stick it on. This is the Sleaford Mods McFlurry. From 2013, that was Sleaford Mods McFlurry off their record Austerity Dogs. They McFlurry, man, what about you McDonald's guy? What's your McDonald's? Funnily enough, there was a song at the start, a Ramones song that features Burger King. So and now we got McDonald's. It's a fast food special.
Wow, that is amazing. I think on a hangover, I think so. Yeah, get an apple pie.
Yeah, I know, right? They're nuclear though. You don't want to burn yourself on those apple pies.
No, you don't. They can be brutal.
The roof of your mouth will be scalded.
Oh, every meal will be ruined for the next week.
What else have we got? So I always like to, with the guests, I always like to ask them, I'm going to give them a time machine, and I'm going to let you go back to any gig in time. What would you go to?
Good question. I reckon I'll go back to Hollywood Bowl in the 60s and see the Doors.
Wow, really?
I reckon. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think either that or I think the Doors. Off the top of my head, I reckon the Doors at Hollywood Bowl. I think Jim Morrison would have been a great performance.
Yeah. You'd have probably
I
got
reckon that
quite a
would have been
different
cool.
Doors with that one, because
Everyone off there.
obviously, I guess Jim would have been more. I don't know. I guess he actually, you know, he was a nutter anyways. But like, I suppose if you went to one of the club shows, it'd probably been quite wild. But I would have thought he'd been quite theatrical on the Hollywood Bowl show.
Sure. I bet the vibe in that gig would have been pretty special. You know, everyone off their head in the 60s would have been pretty interesting.
Should we let's play a Doors song? What's your favorite Doors song?
Okay, we'll go with we'll go Indian Summer.
Indian Summer. Okay,
Indian
right.
Summer.
Let's stick it on. This is the Doors, Indian Summer. That was the Doors, Indian Summer, right?
That's the one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nice chilled out tune. Yeah.
I love Jim Morrison, man. He's a hero.
Yeah, he's a good lyricist. I've got his poetry book actually, and it's pretty good actually.
Yeah, I don't think I've read much of his poetry.
Yeah, it's got a lizard on the front because he thought he was the Lizard King. So you know.
Yeah, that was his vibe, wasn't it? I went to Jim Morrison's grave in Père Lachaise in Paris. That was pretty wild.
Wow, yeah, he's got quite a big tomb, isn't he?
It's like a bust of his head.
Wow, is it? Yeah, no way.
Yeah, but people someone stole it. I think it's been stolen now, which is just insane.
So how would you even steal that in the night? You know.
I mean, people used to go and like take drugs and have sex on his tombstone, so it's pretty out there.
Yeah. Wow, that is quite incredible. I remember, like, people used to steal the Abbey Road sign all the time, so they've stopped putting one up now, apparently.
Yeah, I think I read that. I think they just spray paint it on now, or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. Yeah, with that Jim Morrison bust, I always think like someone's got that in their house, and I don't know, the fact that it's like his head, you just feel like it kind of freak you out a little bit.
It would, wouldn't it? It would.
Yeah.
God, imagine that. Yeah. Put it like in the bathroom or something.
Absolutely. Put in the bathroom, scare people.
Yeah. People.
So with this next tune, you got the memo, man. We got a little bit of the Pogues.
Oh yes. Oh, can't beat it. Shane MacGowan, absolute legend.
Yeah, you know about him and the Boogaloo?
No, I don't. No, what's this?
No, he's the godfather of Boogaloo. He used to. He's at some point he lived above the Boogaloo.
Wow, my mind blown. I'm a huge fan of Shane MacGowan. So
yeah, I know. And annoyingly, in our studio, we've got his guitar actually. Like you could have played it.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I chose well with this song then.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's stick it on. Yeah. This is a selection from Joe T. Johnson. This is the Pogues, A Pair of Brown Eyes. Okay, from 1985's Rum, Sodomy and the Lash, incredible record. That was the Pogues, A Pair of Brown Eyes. Apparently the name for that, it came from Winston Churchill. Apparently he's talking about naval traditions and he said, oh, it's nothing but rum, sodomy and the lash. It's a good name though.
Wow. Oh, amazing. Yeah, really good. It fits so well to all his lyrics as well.
Yeah, it just sort of, I think they said it encapsulates the sort of vibe of the band, which it kind of does.
It does, yeah. It's really well done. I love that. Great album as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very good.
Produced by Elvis Costello, apparently.
Is it really? Wow. That is amazing. Yeah, I don't know too much.
Yeah, he did loads of stuff. Wow. He did like the specials and all sorts like that. But every specials, the big special songs, he did all of them. It's insane.
God, that's amazing because he's quite well respected, isn't he, in the industry? And you can see why now.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
He's got some absolutely killer things.
That's it. Yeah, I'm all over Joe T. Johnson, and also come April, all my records will be in rough trade, so you can go to East, West London, or even down to Bristol now because they got rough trade in Bristol
and in Nottingham.
Which is amazing.
Got one in Nottingham.
And yeah, Nottingham as well. So head down. The EP is called English Elegance, And yeah, so yeah, please check that out. That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
yeah, and I've got some gigs coming up soon, but dates to be confirmed. But I'll be playing around London quite a bit soon. That's
yeah, when the whatever
Yeah.
this mad pandemic thing is, when it disappears.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It'll be gone soon. I think hopeful.
I didn't get to ask you actually. What's the what's been gigging in Bristol? How's that been? Has it been all right? Or what?
Yeah, there's been like well, it all kind of just shut down really. They did like a couple weeks worth of sit down shows, but
right.
apart from that, completely shut down. It's just ghost town.
Yeah.
Loads of venues are shut down as well. So
is the Fekla still there?
Fekla's still there, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one on the boat, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, I played there before actually, and it's amazing at the Dot to Dot Festival.
Yeah, I know the Dot to Dot.
But yeah, it's on a boat. You know the Dot to Dot, yeah.
Yeah. A friend of mine played it.
Quite famous. Oh, really? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and the Louisiana was the other one as well, right?
That's right. That's the one. Louisiana, and you obviously got Colston Hall as well. But I think they're changing the name.
The name, yeah. I was literally just thinking about that. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So after the statue got toppled down and thrown into the river, the company Colston Hall, I think they just freaked out and just completely just took the sign down, the name, just in case, like, obviously people smashed up the building, you know. Yeah, get trashed. So yeah.
Were you there that day?
I don't know what they're calling it now, but I was there. I was literally meters away from the statue when it got taken down.
Amazing.
So yeah, it was quite an amazing thing. It's something you'd see in like the French Revolution or something. So, yeah, it was quite amazing to see that in person. It's pretty iconic, really.
Yeah, it was definitely a big moment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Joe, it's been really cool having you on, man.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And hope everything goes well.
Songs.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, hope everything goes well for you in lockdown 3.
Yeah, we're going to get there, but you'll have to come to the Boogaloo when we get it back up and running.
I would absolutely love to. I can't wait to see Shane McGowan's guitar. So
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'd love to come up as soon as this is over, and yeah, it'd be great.